Welcome to the 2023 Tennessee DMV practice test. Here's what's coming up. 60 practice questions and their answers. Remember, the real test consists of just 30 questions, and you'll need to hit that 80% mark or higher to pass. Ensure you're prepared to ace it on your first attempt by using this Tennessee DMV practice test. Don't forget to give that like button a tap. Now, let's get rolling.
Question 1. To maintain a safe following distance behind the vehicle ahead of you, you should use A. The 2-second rule. B. The 3-second rule. C. The 4-second rule. D. The 1-second rule. The answer is A. To maintain a safe following distance behind the vehicle ahead of you, the Tennessee Comprehensive Driver License Manual recommends that you use the 2-second rule. Allow a following distance of at least 2 seconds behind the vehicle ahead of you. Under poor or hazardous driving conditions, increase your following distance. Question 2. If your vehicle starts to skid, you should turn the steering wheel A. Opposite to the direction in which you want your vehicle to go. B. Toward the left. C. In the direction in which you want your vehicle to go. D. Toward the right. The answer is C. If you start to skid, stay calm, ease your foot off the gas pedal, and carefully steer in the direction in which you want the front of your vehicle to go. Avoid braking. Your vehicle may overshoot and start to skid in the opposite direction. To prevent this from happening, turn the steering wheel the other way as soon as your vehicle starts to straighten out. Question 3. To enter an interstate highway, use what to speed up and merge with fast-moving traffic already on the interstate? A. The shoulder. B. An acceleration lane. C. An exit ramp. D. A deceleration lane. The answer is B. To enter an interstate highway, enter an entrance ramp. The entrance ramp, on-ramp, will lead to an acceleration lane. Increase your speed in this lane to match the speed of interstate traffic before you merge with it. Question 4. What does this sign mean? A. A hospital ahead. B. A railroad crossing ahead. C. A stop sign ahead. D. A crossroad ahead. The answer is D. This sign warns of a crossroad, four-way intersection, ahead. Another road will cross your road. Slow down, look left and right, and prepare to enter the intersection. Question 5. The correct hand signal to indicate a left turn is A. Hand and arm extended upward. B. Hand and arm extended downward. C. Hand and arm extended backward. D. Hand and arm extended leftward. The answer is D. When you want to make a turn, be sure your intentions are known to other drivers. Keep signaling until you are ready to make the actual turn. The correct hand signal to indicate a left turn is hand and arm extended leftward. Question 6. On an undivided road, you must stop for a school bus that is stopped with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended. If you are found guilty of failing to do so, you will be fined A. Between $150 and $800. B. Between $100 and $250. C. Between $250 and $1,000. D. Between $250 and $500. The answer is B. Under Tennessee law, you must stop for a school bus that is stopped with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended on an undivided road. The flashing red lights indicate that the school bus is stopped to pick up or discharge passengers. If you are found guilty of failing to do so, you will be fined between $250 and $1,000. Also, 8 points will be added to your driving record. 8 is the maximum number of points you can earn for a single violation. You will receive an advisory letter warning you that your license may be suspended if you accumulate another 4 points within 12 months. Question 7. What does this sign indicate? A. A narrow road ahead. B. Large trucks ahead. C. A narrow bridge ahead. D. Low clearance ahead. The answer is D. This sign shows that the clearance from the road surface to the bottom of a bridge or overpass is 12 feet 6 inches. Vehicles taller than this should not proceed on this roadway. In Tennessee, trucks can be legally up to 13 feet 6 inches tall. Question 8. A broken white line. A separates two lanes of traffic moving in the same direction. B marks an edge of the roadway. C separates two lanes of traffic moving in opposite direction. D is used as a stop line at intersections. The answer is A. A broken white line separates two lanes of traffic moving in the same direction. You may cross the line to pass or change lanes if it is safe to do so. Question 9. If you see a pedestrian using a guide dog or carrying a white cane, you must A. Switch on your headlights to alert the pedestrian. B. Stop and yield to the pedestrian. C. Sound your horn to alert the pedestrian. D. Reduce your speed and pass slowly. The answer is B. A pedestrian using a guide dog or carrying a white cane is blind or visually impaired. Under Tennessee law, you must stop and yield the right of way to such pedestrians. Question 10. If an emergency vehicle displaying flashing red or blue lights or sounding a siren or air horn is approaching from either direction, you must A. Pull over to the left. B. Slow down. C. Pull over to the right. D. Stop where you are. The answer is C. Under Tennessee law, if an emergency vehicle is approaching you with its siren or flashing lights on, you must yield to the emergency vehicle, pull over to the right edge or curb of the road, and remain stopped until the emergency vehicle has passed or a police officer directs you to proceed. However, if you are in an intersection when the emergency vehicle approaches, do not stop in the intersection. Continue through the intersection and then immediately pull over to the right. Question 11. These are mobile devices that are used to give drivers advance warning of work zones or other unusual conditions. A. Vertical panels. B. Flashing arrow panels. C. Drum. D. Barricade. The answer is B. Electronic message signs and flashing arrow panels are mobile devices that are used on some roads to give advance warning of work zones or unusual conditions at or near work zone. Question 12. What does this sign indicate? A. There is a right turn ahead. B. There is a winding road ahead. C. There is a hill ahead. D. The road ahead is slippery when wet. The answer is D. This sign means that the road is slippery when wet. In wet weather, slow down, increase your following distance, and avoid sudden maneuvers or hard braking. These signs are often posted at bridges and overpasses. Question 13. In which of the following situations are you not allowed to make a U-turn? A. At an intersection controlled by a police officer or traffic light. B. When visibility is less than 500 feet in either direction. C. On an interstate highway. D. In any of the above situations. The answer is D. You may not make a U-turn on an interstate highway, between intersections in a city, or at an intersection controlled by a police officer or traffic signals. In addition, you may not make a U-turn anywhere that you cannot see traffic in both directions for at least 500 feet in each direction. Question 14. What does this sign indicate? A. A curve on the right ahead. B. The end of a divided highway. C. Traffic merging ahead. D. A right turn ahead. The answer is C. This warning sign indicates that another lane of traffic is merging onto your roadway. Be prepared for other vehicles entering your lane. If possible, change lanes to allow the merging vehicles a clear path. If not, adjust your speed and position to allow these vehicles to merge safely. Question 15. To hold the steering wheel, especially in turns, you should keep A. Your left hand at the 10 o'clock position and your right hand at the 2 o'clock position. B. Your left hand at the 9 o'clock position and your right hand at the 3 o'clock position. C. Your left hand at the 11 o'clock position and your right hand at the 4 o'clock position. D. Your left hand at the 8 o'clock position and your right hand at the 2 o'clock position. The answer is B. Keeping your hands on opposite sides of the steering wheel facilitates quick turns. When driving a modern vehicle equipped with airbags, place your left hand at about the 9 o'clock position and your right hand at about the 3 o'clock position. If your hands are higher than that when the driver's side airbag deploys, it could shove your hands into your face or even injure your hands. Question 16. In Tennessee, your headlights must be turned on. A. From 30 minutes after sunset to 30 minutes before sunrise. B. From 120 minutes after sunset to 120 minutes before sunrise. C. From 90 minutes after sunset to 90 minutes before sunrise. D. From 60 minutes after sunset to 60 minutes before sunrise. The answer is A. Under Tennessee law, your headlights must be turned on from 30 minutes after sunset to 30 minutes before sunrise. Your headlights must also be on whenever you cannot clearly see a person on the road 200 feet ahead, as well as in smoke or whenever you've turned on your windshield wipers to cope with bad weather. Question 17. What does this sign indicate? A. A no passing zone for high occupancy vehicles. B. A no passing zone for four-wheelers. C. A no passing zone for trucks. D. A no passing zone for all vehicles. The answer is D. A no passing zone sign indicates a no passing zone for all vehicles, buses, cars, trucks, etc., traveling in this direction. It is posted on the left side of the roadway. Question 18. In Tennessee, it is illegal for a driver at least 21 years old to drive with a blood alcohol concentration, BAC, at or above what level? A. 0.02%. B. 0.08%. C. 0.05%. D. 0.03%. The answer is B. In most states, including Tennessee, it is illegal to drive with a blood alcohol concentration, BAC, of 0.08% or above. 0.08% means 8 drops of alcohol for every 10,000 drops of blood in a person's body. In Tennessee, it is illegal for a driver under 21 years of age to drive with a BAC of 0.02% or above. Question 19. What is the speed limit on state and federal roadways that are not part of the interstate highway system? A. 45 miles per hour. B. 75 miles per hour. C. 65 miles per hour. D. 55 miles per hour. The answer is D. The speed limit on state and federal roadways that are not part of the interstate highway system is 55 miles per hour except where otherwise posted. Question 20. What does this sign indicate? A. A wheelchair facility. B. A parking space for the disabled. C. A pedestrian crosswalk. D. A hospital service. The answer is B. This sign features the international symbol of access for persons with disabilities. It is posted at a parking space to indicate that the parking space is for use only by persons who are disabled. You must have a disabled or disabled veteran license plate or a disabled parking decal to park there. Question 21. What does it mean when a school bus is stopped and its red lights are flashing? A. You may pass if no children are on the road. B. You may pass if you are facing the front of the bus. C. You may not pass while the red lights are flashing. D. You may not pass if it is on the other side of a divided highway. The answer is C. Flashing red lights on a school bus means the bus is currently unloading children and they may be crossing the street. You have to stop and remain stopped until the lights stop flashing. Question 22. This sign means A. No U-turn. B. No right turn. C. No left turn. D. No turning. The answer is B. Do not make a right turn at an intersection marked by the no right turn sign. You can either travel straight through the intersection or turn left. Question 23. You are going to make a left turn from a dedicated left turn lane when a yellow arrow appears for your lane. You should A. Speed up to get through the intersection. B. Stop and not turn under any circumstances. C. Go through the intersection since you have the right of way. D. Be prepared to obey the next signal that appears. The answer is D. A yellow arrow means the protected turning time period is ending. Be prepared to obey the next signal, which could be the green or red light or the red arrow. Question 24. A broken white center line on the roadway means A. No turns are allowed. B. Reduce your speed ahead. C. You may change lanes with due care. D. You are in a no passing zone. The answer is C. A broken white line separates two lanes traveling in the same direction. Once you have signaled and if it is safe to do so, you may cross this line when changing lanes. Question 25. If you see this sign above your lane, you A. May not exit the freeway in this lane. B. Must exit the freeway if you stay in this lane. C. May continue through the interchange or exit the freeway in this lane. D. May stay in this lane and continue through the interchange. The answer is B. If a yellow panel with the message exit only is on a freeway sign, the lane below the sign will not continue through the interchange. Instead, the lane will go off the road to form a ramp. If you are in a lane posted with an exit only sign but do not wish to exit, change lanes, or you will be forced to exit. Question 26. To avoid accidents, drivers should communicate with each other by A. Signaling when changing lane/direction, slowing down or stopping. B. Using their horns in emergencies and when really necessary. C. Using emergency flashers/flares/signs as needed. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Crashes often happen because one driver does something that another driver does not expect. To help avoid crashes, communicate with drivers on the road. Let others know where you are and what you plan to do by signaling your intentions with the help of your turn signals, emergency flashers, brake lights and your horn. Question 27. A green arrow showing at the same time as the red traffic light means A. Vehicles going in the direction shown by the arrow must stop. B. Do not go in the direction of the arrow until the traffic light turns green. C. Road closed ahead, go in the direction of the arrow. D. You may go in the direction of the arrow with caution. The answer is D. A green arrow, pointing right or left, means you may make a turn in the direction of the arrow. If the red light is illuminated at the same time, you must be in the proper lane for such a turn and you must yield the right of way to vehicles and pedestrians clearing the intersection. Question 28. When you see this sign, you must A. Slow down without coming to a complete stop. B. Stop completely and wait for a green light. C. Slow down and check for traffic. D. Stop completely, check for pedestrians, and cross traffic. The answer is D. The stop sign is the only 8-sided or octagon-shaped sign you see on the highway. At an intersection with a stop sign, you must stop and wait for pedestrians and cross traffic to clear the intersection before you go again. Slowing down without coming to a full stop is illegal. Question 29. In a roundabout you have the right of way when you are A. Entering a traffic circle. B. Already in a traffic circle. C. Backing out of a driveway. D. Leaving a parking space. The answer is B. In a roundabout, vehicles entering or exiting the circle must yield to the vehicles already inside the roundabout, ensuring a smooth and continuous flow of traffic. This includes yielding to pedestrians crossing the road at the designated crosswalks. Question 30. Seat belts can be most effective as injury preventive devices when they are worn by A. The person driving the car. B. Passengers when they are on a long drive. C. All occupants of a car being driven on an expressway. D. Passengers and the driver whenever they are in the car. The answer is D. Seat belts save lives and can prevent serious injuries in traffic crashes. This is why most states require seat belt use by adults in motor vehicles and seat belts, booster seats or child safety seats for children. Question 31. If you drive after drinking, you should be aware that the first thing alcohol affects is A. Your hearing, B. Your alertness, C. Your judgment, D. Your vision. The answer is C. Alcohol affects those areas of your brain that control judgment and skill and is one reason why drinking alcohol is so dangerous. It affects your judgment. A person's judgment is the first thing affected after drinking an alcoholic beverage. Question 32. A major cause of fatal traffic accidents in Tennessee is A. Turning into the wrong lane, B. Speeding, C. Following too closely, D. Distracted driving. The answer is B. Drivers traveling at speeds above the safe and legal speed limit is a major contributing factor to fatal traffic accidents in Tennessee. Question 33. Motorcycles, scooters, and mopeds are not easy to see, therefore, you should A. Slow down when driving, B. Make constant visual check, C. Share a lane with a motorcycle, D. Increase your speed to pass them quickly. The answer is B. Motorcycles can be easily hidden in a vehicle's blind spot or missed in a quick look due to their small size. Drivers of cars must always be alert and looking for motorcycles, mopeds, and scooters. Question 34. Make room for cars that are entering the freeway by A. Slowing down, B. Merging into a different lane, C. Maintaining your speed and position, D. Speeding up to avoid congestion. The answer is B. Make room for vehicles that are entering a freeway. If possible, merge into the next lane to create a gap for the incoming vehicles. If you cannot merge, adjust your speed to allow for the vehicles to enter traffic as smoothly and safely as possible. Question 35. If it is necessary to make an emergency stop while driving on an interstate, you should A. Sound your horn at passing cars to get their attention, B. Get out of your vehicle and flag down the first vehicle that passes, C. Pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle, if you can, D. Change lanes abruptly to exit the interstate quickly. The answer is C. If you must stop on the shoulder of the interstate or highway, turn on your emergency flashers to warn other drivers and stay inside your vehicle, if you can. The extremely high speed of traffic makes standing or walking along an interstate highway very dangerous. Question 36. When driving in fog, rain, or snow, use A. Low beams, B. High beams, C. Fog lights only, D. Hazard lights. The answer is A. Low beam headlights should be used in fog, rain, and snow. The light from high beams will reflect back to the driver under these weather conditions, causing a glare that will make it difficult to see ahead. Question 37. A steady yellow traffic signal light is a warning that the light is about to change to red. If you are already within the intersection when a green light changes to yellow, you should A. Stop, B. Continue moving and clear the intersection safely, C. Increase your speed so as not to cause an accident, D. Honk your horn to alert other drivers. The answer is B. If you are already within an intersection when the traffic light turns yellow, you should clear the intersection as quickly as possible. Question 38. The law states that upon the conviction of a DUI, when the violator has not previously been convicted of a DUI, the penalty will be A. A $100 fine, 24 hours in jail, and a 6-month revocation, B. A $500 fine, 12 hours in jail, and a 3-month revocation, C. A $350 fine, 48 hours in jail, and a 1-year revocation, D. A warning and no penalties. The answer is C. A DUI conviction, when the violator has not previously been convicted of a DUI, is punishable by a 48-hour jail sentence, or 7 days in jail for driving with a BAC of 0.20% or more, a fine of between $350 and $1,500, and a 1-year license revocation. Question 39. To avoid glare from the headlights of an approaching car. A. Look briefly toward the right side of the road. B. Stay focused on the centerline on the road. C. Flash your high beams. D. Close your eyes momentarily. The answer is A. You should avoid looking toward the bright lights of an oncoming vehicle by glancing toward the right side of the road. After looking briefly toward the side of the road, continue looking ahead to check on the position of the other vehicle. Question 40. Which of the following statements is true? A. Driving too slowly is not an unsafe practice. B. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. C. The speed at which you drive a vehicle does not affect safety. D. Driving too slowly can be safer than driving with a flow of traffic. The answer is B. Driving too slowly can be dangerous because it may cause drivers behind you to become frustrated and make dangerous moves to pass you. It is safest to drive with a flow of traffic, within the legal speed limit. Question 41. Should you always drive more slowly than other traffic? A. No, you can block traffic when you drive too slowly. B. Yes, it is a good defensive driving technique. C. Yes, it is always safer than driving faster than other traffic. D. No, you should always drive faster than other traffic. The answer is A. You must drive more slowly than usual when there is heavy traffic or bad weather. However, if you block the normal and reasonable movement of traffic by driving too slowly, you may be cited. Question 42. The driver should drive with both hands on the steering wheel, approximately in the A. 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions. B. 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions. C. 7 o'clock and 5 o'clock positions. D. 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock positions. The answer is A. Looking at the steering wheel as a clock face, drivers should place the left hand at 9 o'clock and the right hand at 3 o'clock. Question 43. By law, the brakes on every vehicle, other than a motorcycle, must A. Not lock under any condition. B. Consist of a good foot brake and an emergency or parking brake. C. Consist of a good parking brake that is capable of stopping the vehicle within legal limits. D. Consist of an engine brake for added stopping power. The answer is B. Tennessee law requires that all automobiles have both a regular foot brake and a parking brake. Question 44. If you find yourself in a skid. A. Brake lightly. B. Stay off the brakes. C. Brake abruptly. D. Slam the brakes. The answer is B. If your vehicle begins to skid, do not use the brakes. Braking could make the skid worse. Question 45. When you are facing a green light and there are pedestrians in the intersection. A. You must yield the right of way to pedestrians. B. You have the right of way over pedestrians. C. Pedestrians must wait for you to cross. D. Honk your horn to clear the intersection. The answer is A. When facing a green light, you must yield to pedestrians and vehicles already in the intersection. Drivers must yield to pedestrians when turning on a steady green signal. Question 46. This road sign means A. Intersection ahead. B. Steep grade ahead. C. Winding road. D. Merge to the right. The answer is B. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. This sign indicates that there is a steep hill ahead. Slow down and be ready to shift to a lower gear to control your speed and protect your brakes from damage. Question 47. If you plan to pass another vehicle, you should A. Not assume the other driver will make space for you to return to your lane. B. Assume the other driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal. C. Assume the other driver will maintain a constant speed. D. Honk your horn to signal your intention to pass. The answer is A. Even when you signal, you should not assume that the space you want to occupy is free or that other drivers will give you the right of way. Question 48. If you want to enter the freeway but you don't see a gap in traffic, you should A. Maintain your speed and force the other drivers to create a gap. B. Slow down on the ramp to wait for a gap. C. Stop at the end of the ramp to wait for a gap. D. Honk your horn to signal other drivers to make space. The answer is B. If you want to enter the freeway but do not see a space for your vehicle in traffic, slow down on the ramp to wait for a gap. Do not drive to the end of the ramp and wait for a gap, or you will not have enough room to accelerate to the speed of traffic before entering the roadway. Question 49. You must yield the right of way to an emergency vehicle that is using its siren and flashing lights by A. Driving as closely to the right edge of the road as possible and stopping. B. Moving into the right lane and driving slowly until it has passed. C. Stopping immediately, even if you are within an intersection. D. Ignoring the emergency vehicle and continuing to drive at your current speed. The answer is A. You must yield the right of way to any emergency vehicle that is using its siren and flashing lights. Do this by driving to the right edge of the road and stopping, taking care not to stop in an intersection. You may move again after the emergency vehicle has passed. Question 50. Backing your vehicle is A. Always dangerous. B. Dangerous if you have a helper. C. Only dangerous in large vehicles. D. Safe as long as you have a rear view camera. The answer is A. Backing up is always dangerous because it is hard to see behind your vehicle. Use extra caution when backing up. Question 51. If fog closes in completely while you are driving and visibility is reduced to near zero, what should you do? A. Pull over and stop. B. Use your high beams. C. Use your low beams. D. Slow down and take a detour. The answer is A. When driving in fog, slow down and use your low beam headlights. You should also use your fog lights if your vehicle is equipped with them. However, if fog closes in completely and visibility is reduced to near zero, pull as far off the road as possible and remain stopped until conditions improve. Remember, if you can't see, you can't drive. Question 52. Before changing lanes, you should A. Check your rear view and side mirrors. B. Check behind you and look in your side mirrors. C. Check your mirrors and look over your shoulder toward the rear. D. Check your speed and look over your shoulder toward the rear. The answer is B. Before changing lanes, you should check your mirrors and then check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder toward the rear. Question 53. What does this sign mean? A. The road ahead is closed. B. Stop and yield to traffic and pedestrians. C. An abandoned road is ahead. D. You are not allowed to enter this roadway. The answer is D. This is a do not enter sign. It indicates that you cannot enter the roadway at which the sign is posted. You will see such signs at roadway openings you are not to enter or where you would be driving the wrong way on a one-way roadway. You will see them at exit ramps, in crossovers on divided roadways, and at numerous locations on one-way roads. Question 54. Two solid yellow lines separate two lanes of traffic. A. Moving in the same direction. B. Merging right. C. Moving in opposite directions. D. Merging left. The answer is C. Two solid yellow lines mark the center of a road and separate two lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions. Passing is not allowed on either side of the lines. You may cross the lines only to make a left turn. Question 55. The right lane on a freeway should remain open for A. Passing traffic. B. Traffic entering or leaving the freeway. C. Through traffic. D. Heavy vehicles. The answer is B. If you are in the right lane, leave room for vehicles entering the freeway. The right lane should remain open for traffic entering or leaving the freeway as much as possible. Question 56. A driver involved in a reportable accident must file a report with the Tennessee Department of Safety within A. 10 days. B. 1 month. C. 3 days. D. 20 days. The answer is D. The driver involved in a reportable crash in the state of Tennessee must file an owner/driver report of the crash with the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security within 20 days. Question 57. If you are found guilty of texting while driving, you will be fined up to A. $75. B. $50. C. $100. D. $10. The answer is B. Drivers are prohibited from using a handheld telephone or handheld personal digital assistant to transmit or read a written message while the driver's motor vehicle is in motion. Violations can result in a fine not to exceed $50 plus court costs not to exceed $10. Question 58. Which of the following will help an intoxicated person sober up? A. A cold shower. B. Coffee. C. Exercise. D. None of the above. The answer is D. Your liver breaks down alcohol at a predictable rate. Typically, this is 1 standard drink per hour, where 1 standard drink equals 1.5 ounces of hard liquor, 5 ounces of wine, or 12 ounces of beer. Neither coffee nor exercise nor a cold shower can increase that rate. You need to wait until the alcohol has been broken down. Question 59. You arrive at an intersection where the traffic signals are not working. You should A. Yield to the vehicles that arrived at the intersection before you. B. Yield to the vehicle on your right. C. Stop before you enter the intersection as if you had encountered a stop sign. D. Do all of the above. The answer is D. In Tennessee, if the traffic signals at an intersection have failed, you must treat the intersection like an always stop, i.e., as if there were a stop sign at each approach to the intersection. That is, you must stop before entering the intersection, yield according to the right-of-way rules for stop signs, and then proceed, with extreme caution, when it is safe to do so. Question 60. Which of the following means that passing is not allowed in either direction? A. A broken white line. B. 2 solid yellow lines. C. A broken yellow line. D. 1 broken yellow line and 1 solid yellow line. The answer is B. 2 solid yellow lines mean that passing is not allowed on either side of the lines. You may cross the lines only to make a left turn.
We hope you found our 2023 Tennessee DMV practice test useful. If you did, remember to smash that like button. And if you're looking for more practice tests, check out these other videos and subscribe to our channel to see our latest tests.